Even if God were weak, his weakness would be so much more powerful than anything in this created earth or universe. Think about that for a moment. That God can take a broken life, he can break the chains off of it and give it a future it never thought it could have. And that's what I'm here to say today. I'm looking at the Apostle Paul and I'm reading this passage of scripture in Galatians where it says that God had set him apart before he was even born. We know that Paul persecuted the Christian church, and yet here Paul is saying that even before he was born, God chose him. So God knew the route Paul was going to take, but God still chose him. God is infinitely more wise, more powerful, more loving, gracious, and merciful than anything we could ever imagine, in so much that even his weakness is stronger than anything in this earth. And that is something worth taking note. You know, I look back at my life and I've been really thinking a lot about it lately in the past couple months and looking at my teenage years, my early adult years, and just the things I got into. And then to look flash forward, 2011, I give my life to Christ while serving a 6-year prison sentence, and God radically changes my life. He breaks every chain off of my life. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't have difficulties in life, that I don't have challenges and struggles. It just means that my today is better than any other day I've ever had in my life, because even God's weakness is more powerful than anything, even though God is not weak. He is strong. He is omnipotent. He is all powerful. And that is what I'm here to say today, that just like Paul, so it could be with you, that you could be running amok, you could be doing your own thing, but yet thinking, wow, nothing could ever change in my life. But that's just not true. That is just how good God is and how loving and merciful and gracious he is. That just like Paul running and persecuting the Christian church, God saw something infinitely greater in him before he was even in his mother's womb. God had a purpose and a plan and a calling for him, just like he has one for you. The question is, are you going to trust in the Lord, or are you going to trust in yourself? Are you going to trust Jesus for your salvation, for the ultimate sacrifice that he paid on the cross at Calvary, and trust in the new plan and the new creation that he has for you to experience true freedom and joy? Back in 2011, I thought my life was over. I thought I met my match and I was down for the count, but God called me by his grace and mercy, and I look back and I can't even fathom why God would love me. And some of you may be thinking the same thing. How could God even love someone like me? Well, because God is infinitely greater and more wise and more gracious and loving and merciful than anything we could ever imagine. Put your faith in Jesus and put him to the test.